Hey everyone, today I'm actually going to be playing with the Cactus, and if you're wondering why we're starting in the middle of his game, that is because I use shadow mode, and basically what that does is it captures for the last 20 minutes I played, so that's why this video is 20 minutes long. So, I should probably be talking about the Cactus, right? The Cactus does 30 damage when upgraded, for a headshot at any range with a pretty fast ready fire, making it good for taking down that mech that I just shot at, Super Brains, All-Stars, and if you're playing Garden Ops, pretty good for taking out champions and bosses too. And that's because it has high damage per second. But not everything about the Cactus is that great. For example, it's pretty damn slow. All the characters after the beta, except for a few, got a speed nerf, and the Cacti did. It's not that slow as you can see, but if you're playing stuff like a Jade Cactus, it can get pretty darn slow. And also, the aim on the Cacti can be pretty weird, because if you spam the trigger too much, it gets really inaccurate, and that makes it so that you'll just miss very much at long range. So if you're going to play extremely long range with this thing, you can't use the full damage per second of this thing. So then, it kind of is pointless to have good damage per second if you can't fire as fast as you want to. And also, if you don't zoom at all, it's also very inaccurate. So, and if you zoom, you're going to have pretty low sensitivity, making it hard to do close range combat, and that just makes the Cacti really terrible at short range. So, if you can at all, just avoid close range combat. It's never ever going to work. Unless the person you're fighting against really sucks at this game. And the upgrades you should put on your Cactus would probably be the... Well, I'm actually going to be talking about all the upgrades. The first one you unlock, I think, is the health regeneration delay upgrade. It's not a huge upgrade. I would definitely not use it. I would use basically anything else. It's probably the worst upgrade on all the characters. The next one I think is speed upgrade. Well, it's not terrible, but I would use almost anything else. The next one is the health regeneration delay upgrade, I think. I mean, the health regeneration upgrade, and it doesn't make a huge difference, so not a worthy upgrade. I would use almost anything else. I think after that you get the zoom upgrade, and Cacti already zooms a lot, so it's pretty unnecessary. And by the way, just if you're on Seeds of Time, put potato mines beyond the portals. People can get mad, but you get free kills, so I will take it. But anyway, back to the upgrades. The zoom upgrade, not a big difference, and Cacti already zooms a lot, so I feel like it's unnecessary. And the next one is the ammo or reload upgrade. I'll talk about the reload upgrade first. I can't really remember what the reload was without the reload upgrade, but with the reload upgrade, the Cacti reloads really fast. So I'm using it. Like, not too many of the upgrades really are that great for the Cacti, so you might as well just using the reload upgrade. The ammo upgrade increases the Cacti's ammo by 3. And that's a 25% ammo increase. Yes, it is. Sorry, it's a 20% ammo increase, and that's not too bad. Although, I think it's a bit overkill with both the ammo and the damage upgrade, but... Sorry, the reload and the ammo upgrade, but... As I've already said, not all the upgrades are that great on the Cactus, so I just use those. And the next one should be the damage upgrade, and... That's definitely the best upgrade. It increases your damage by 3 for a headshot, and that makes you be able to 3-shot soldiers, Captain Deadbeards, and engineers, except for ODC. But that's a really nice upgrade, because sometimes that one shot can be the difference between you living and you dying. So definitely try using it. Unfortunately, a damage upgrade does not help anything against scientists. Even if you hit all 3 headshots with a damage upgrade, you leave them on 1 health. So definitely don't go alone against scientists in this thing. With support it's alright, but it's not very good alone. Leaving him on 1 health. And the last one to get is the health upgrade, and it increases your health by 10. And that's not a great upgrade. It's under 10%. It's an under 10% health increase. And the only characters I would really use the health upgrade on is the Vampire Flower, maybe also all the other Sunflowers, and also the Imps, maybe the Scientist, but most likely not. Just I don't find it a very good upgrade. I feel like instead of increasing your health by 10, it should increase your health by 10%. And I played way too aggressively here, so I died. But anyway, I'm going to move on to the abilities now. The Potato Mine. Put it around corners, atop of staircases, in the places where zombies spawn the zombies, behind portals, and also behind your toll nuts, but make sure the person shooting the toll nuts doesn't have splash damage, because he's going to shoot at the toll nut, Potato Mine is going to detonate, and Potato Mine is going to destroy the toll nut, so that makes it pretty useless. But there are not too many great spots to put Potato Mines. Those are probably the best ones. The drone, use it when you're in cover, and be careful with it. You only have 5 health. And don't waste your corn strikes. Put the corn strikes on camping zombies or in the garden, or the graveyard. And the toll nuts, they're pretty useless. The only thing I really use them for is to stop super brains. In their turbo twister, you can block them, and that can save your life sometimes. But that's really the only thing I would use the toll nuts for, and so yeah, that's everything I have. That's all the tips I have for the Cactus. Actually, there's one more. Always stay at medium/long range. Don't try close range; it's not gonna work. But anyway, that's it, everyone. I think I'm going to be talking about the gameplay from now on. So, the spot I like to go in this garden is the one over here. Sometimes you can get targeted while you're up here, so be a bit careful. But as long as no one targets you while you're up here, pretty good. you're gonna do a lot of stuff. And that really messed me up. The bad thing about the Super Bowl is that it does 120 damage, and that doesn't kill 125 HP characters. And that guy got really greedy, but he got what he deserved. He died without killing me, so that's good. Because you're one of the only things that can kill the mechs. The 6-run kills the mechs pretty well too. You should try to focus them down. Because having mechs running around is not really a very good. It's not really a very good thing. And that mech is at pretty low HP. But he's not stupid. He's running away. And these zombies have a lot of imps. And also a few super brains. So we're probably going to capture. Because as a plan, it's pretty hard to stop the zombies if they constantly spam you with mechs and super brains. It's just not easy. And I really hate going up against imps because as you can see, they are just rushing off to the back of the garden, getting a plant stuck in this little gravity grenade, and then killing that plant and dying. And same goes for a lot of scientist players. They suicide and get one player. It really is not fun to play plants at the moment. And also you have the super brains that go around punching you. Yeah, I really don't like it. But with a Cactus, it's not too bad. And that was a pretty badly placed taunt, to be honest. All it did is it blocked me and prevented me from dodging that Super Ultra Ball. So that didn't really work in my favor at all. And for this final event on Siege of Time, I just camp at the back. It's just better to camp at the back than ruin your KO ratio. And as a Cactus, you should probably be camping at the back most of the time. And also, something I've noticed with this game is that I don't use the potato mods very much. That's because most of the time I just forget to, because there are not very many good spots to put them in. So we're just sniping down the zombies at the moment. It can be pretty difficult to hit moving zombies at long range, but it's not too hard. You just have to get used to the projectile of the Cactus. And there you can see me spamming the trigger, reducing the accuracy a lot, making it pretty hard to hit the enemy. And also something you gotta be really careful about as a Cactus is the imps. If they get you inside that gravity grenade, you're done. Unless you're an aimbot. I really hope no one in this video has an aimbot, because just uninstall it. Anyway, also that scientist can get pretty annoying. Because he'll go around killing everyone with that beacon blaster. Scientists are just as annoying as imps, as I've already said. And this is not a bad spot for defending this little train that they're supposed to push. Definitely not a bad spot, but you gotta watch out for people like this, like that scientist, and also imps and super brains that go up. And there's me trying to block his super brains with a toll nut, but he walks around it. You can delay them a little bit, but most of the time, it's not helping too much. So, we're just staying at long range for now. You don't want to mess with all those scientists, super brains, and imps. If there were more soldiers and all-stars, well, not all stars, but more soldiers, engineers, and Captain Deadbeards. I would probably go a little bit closer than this, but it's just not. It's just too risky to mess with those scientists. And this guy has 1 HP left, but thankfully we hit him, and I have 1 HP left. And unfortunately, we die right there. So let's see, we're 77 Vanquishes. Not too bad. Hopefully, you already know how many Vanquishes I get. But the ending here goes pretty well for me. I get a lot of Vanquishes. So we're just going to be trying to snipe down this. I think it's a... I don't know what it was. So this is definitely not a bad spot. You can get shots into the people coming out of that landing after launching their cannon. So that can be pretty nice sometimes. And also if you're playing that little skunk thing or a park ranger, don't play long range in it. It's a medium range character. And this, in my opinion, is a little bit too long range for the Cactus. I'm really struggling when it comes to hitting stuff. And fire damage, 1 year and a half health, is pretty devastating, so you don't want to get hit by a cricket star. And also, thankfully, this spot is safe from imps because they can't get up here. But super brains can. So you gotta be careful about that. And thankfully Super Brains is down. It can be pretty annoying when Super Brains jumps up here, uses this turbo twister, and yeah, and you die. It does get pretty annoying. And also sometimes I see soldiers coming up, but they're not nearly as annoying as the Super Brains. We're going to try to stop at Super Brains before it comes up. And he does get up, but he's at pretty low HP, so he dies right there. And there are a lot of mechs at the moment. The enemy have so many imps that there are almost constantly mechs going. And that was a pretty big fail by that Super Brains, but he does get pretty close. I guess he really hated me or something. And also, when you're in this spot, be careful, because CPGs like that one that just missed me can finish you off. And getting finished off by CPG is not very fun. This spot is also great for shooting down this bridge. The zombies don't have a lot to hide behind, so they're pretty screwed, and that Super Brains right there really hates me. And the zombies have almost made it, but you know they have to break the gate first. Well, that takes some time, so I hope they're not gonna make it. I don't actually remember. This is a post commentary, by the way. Just got that scientist. Those zoologists can get pretty annoying if they backdoor and just take you out when you least expect it. And we won. This currently is my highest kill game ever in this game. And there I am, taunting. To the left. So we defended. We get with a win bonus as well as the bonus for defending one base, and this game lasted 27.5 minutes. That's a long game. But it was all worth it because we got a very big result. So I think I'm just going to be buying 2 sticker packs. Yes, I am. Not a bad pack. 2 super rares. Not complaining about that at all. Yeah, not bad. So, Goodbye, everyone, and I'll see you later.